Get ready to match the stars. Richard Deacon, Brett Summer, Charles Nelson Reilly, Patty Duke Astin. From The Price is Right, Bob Barker, and Fannie Flagg, as we play the star-studded big money match game 78. And now, here's the star of match game 78, Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Johnny O. Pleasure to see all of you. We're delighted to have Bob Barker sitting in the seat. All right, Bob. Fine.
Why is it carved here, the sun never sets on the British Empire?
He thought he'd be here forever. How are you?
I'm terrific.
Good. What does that say there on your left,
Breast?
No.
Show hasn't started yet. It says Dior.
Oh, Dior.
Yes. They didn't know how to spell Deacon.
I see. All right. Welcome, one and all. And Patty, you cutie.
What a pretty set you have.
Thank you.
I'm very
Oh, you haven't
impressed.
seen the new paint job and all
I
that.
haven't seen the new
Yes,
paint
they
job.
changed everything, and we got a big wheel, which we'll show you later. Right now, we want to welcome Debbie Sorensen and Jill Kurlagan. Ladies, how much money have you won?
$3,300.
How much?
$3,300.
$3,300? Is that what you've won?
Yes.
That's nifty. And now, Jill, you're going to try and win some for yourself, aren't you?
Sure.
Where are you from again?
Panorama City.
Where is that?
Around Van Nuys area.
Van Nuys. Okay, I know exactly where it is. It's in the dreaded valley. All right, 3-0 here, and we've got one question for each lady. We'll see how this game turns out right after this. Here we go. Bing. There it goes. This is the second and final round, and Jill, again, you have a choice of A or B.
A, please.
A it is. Everyone except Brett.
I don't write.
Bob,
I just
and
got
Fannie.
here and already it says don't write.
That's right. Do what I tell you to do and don't argue with me. It's my show.
Welcome
All right.
to The Price is
Charles,
Right.
Richard. Harriet said, last week I bought a new coat made out of dog hair. It looks fine, but there's one problem. My dog coat chases blank coats. Harriet said that.
What'd you say, sweetheart?
Harriet said, last week I bought a new coat. You don't play, so don't ask me.
I got you.
You finished, Richard?
Yes, sir.
Well, then you put the card in the slot there.
Oh,
that
I'm
turns
sorry.
the light on.
It's
you
been
see.
years, you know.
Yes, it has been. All right, Jill, here we go. Harriet said, last week I bought a new coat made out of dog hair. It looks fine, but there's one problem. My dog coat chases blank coats.
Car coats.
My dog coat chases car coats. That's one thing. That kind of caught me by surprise, but now that I think of it, dogs do chase cars, don't they?
Yeah, but they also chase cat
Yeah,
coats.
cat coats is what I thought of. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, cat coats and car coats are the two good responses here. I assume you have one.
Yes, I do. I have cat coats, Mr. and Mrs. Seymour Katz and her coats. Cat
Mrs.
coats.
Seymour Cat's coats. All right. Patty Duke, what do you say?
Because there is such a thing as a car coat, it makes sense.
There you go. Pick up one, Jill. Car coat. That's right. It's a heavy coat, isn't it? Okay, now, Debbie, you need 4 to tie and 5 to win. Everyone will participate. Nick said, this has got to be the world's cheapest hospital. I mean, who ever heard of sharing a blank? World's cheapest hospital. World's cheapest hospital. I mean, who ever heard of sharing a blank? Here we go. Nick said, this has got to be the world's cheapest hospital. I mean, who ever heard of sharing a blank?
A bedpan.
Bedpan? All right. They're applauding bedpans there.
It's a new all-time low.
That's right.
How uncouth.
Uncouth, that's the word.
Yes.
Yes.
You waiting for this?
I'm waiting for it.
Bedpan.
All right. 4-1 is the score.
Just a minute till I put
You're changing glasses here.
Yes, okay. Now, you see,
Come on now.
All right, now I made a mistake. I said bedpan. I meant to draw the line underneath, and I drew it through it. Now, does that? You're not going to be hateful about that, are you?
Oh, you meant bedpan.
I meant to, but I had my other glasses on. I meant to put it on.
Well, you leave those. The smog has gotten your eyes swollen a little bit. So why don't you just leave those glasses on until the smog goes away? The smog in the studio is very, very thick, as you can plainly see. Okay, Chuck.
I said bed because I didn't want to go that other route.
What other route is that?
I mean, who ever heard of sharing a bed? Oh, okay, yes.
In a hospital.
Right. Okay.
Or a motel,
yes.
for that matter.
Well, a motel is different. Oh!
Mrs. Astin, what do you say to that?
I'll throw away these two.
Right.
And I'll say bedpan.
All right. 4-3 is the score. This has got to be the world's cheapest hospital, Maine. Who ever heard of sharing?
Now, you haven't mentioned it, but I assume if I match, I get a refrigerator or a television. Nothing like that?
No, we don't
All
do
right.
that tacky
I still
stuff
have
on
a
this show.
bedpan.
You have all right. All right, 4-4. Now, Fannie, this game is either going to end in a tie or a win for Debbie Sorensen, depending on you.
I know. Debbie, I'm sorry. I just went for bed.
You went for the bed. That's what everybody in the neighborhood is saying. Fannie Flagg keeps going for the bed all the time. All right, 4-4 the score. We got a tie. I'll tell you about what happened after a tie right after this message. Here we go. Are you ready? All right, I'll push this button, reveal one tie-breaking question for each, and the one who matches the greatest number of celebrities will be the winner. Jill, again, a choice of A or B.
I gotta try A again, please.
A it is. You want A, you get A. Wally the wise guy said, "Show me a man who lets his smile be his umbrella, and I'll show you a man with blank on his face." Come on, Charles.
All right.
Okay. Wally the wise guy said, "Show me a man who lets his smile be his umbrella, and I'll show you a man with blank on his face."
With rain on his face?
Rain is a reasonable response. Seems to me it's a reasonable response.
No fooling around. Just
No
plain
fooling
rain.
around? Oh, sorry to hear that, Richard.
Yeah, so am I.
I thought you did.
Just a minute.
Oh,
now.
yes, just a minute.
I think I got it wrong. I said toothpaste. Now, is that the reverse, right?
Show you a man with toothpaste on his face.
Is that...
What the hell did you say that for?
He said a smile is his umbrella.
Oh.
A smile is his umbrella.
On a rainy, rainy day. Remember the rest of the lyric,
No, I'm
Charles?
too young. Whee!
Yes.
Didn't Patty Duke do this once? I think it's a match.
Let's
if you
see.
don't have scotch and rain, you have scotch and water.
Right.
I hope.
Rain it is. Okay. Jill now has two. Show me a man who lets his smile be his umbrella, and I'll show you a man with blank on his face.
Raindrops
Rain
are
it is.
falling on.
It's a good one. Good song.
Gene,
Bob?
as you may or may not know, I grew up on an Indian reservation.
Yes.
And this question reminded me of an uncle of mine. Uncle, rain on his face.
Rain on his face.
You say
You are,
toothpaste,
he's part
Fannie.
Indian.
That's right. I am a Sioux from which part? I'll talk with you after the show a little while. No, the Sioux were great warriors and great lovers.
They were?
Which part
And
are you?
I am one.
Everybody at CBS is saying Bob Barker's one.
He said
He
the
just
same thing
said
about
it
you.
himself. I didn't say
I
it.
didn't realize those fellas who'd been meeting me in the parking lot were friends of yours.
That's right. Okay, here we go. What do we got? 4 over there for Jill. Fannie, have you got it figured out yet?
I think I lost my place. Do you know Marlon Brando? Oh, never mind.
Is he an Indian?
Nobody likes him. I wrote.
Now we're
I
back to
wrote
the parking lot.
I wrote the line. Oh yes.
Rain. Okay. So she's got 5. Debbie? That means you need 5 to match, 6 to win. I got a match game definition here, which I'd like you all to have a go at. It goes like this. A specialist is a doctor with a small practice and a big blank. A specialist.
A specialist.
A
A specialist is a doctor with... Right. Wonderful. A specialist is a doctor with a small practice and a big blank.
I've already finished.
Naturally. All right. Debbie, a match game definition. A specialist is a doctor with a small practice and a big blank.
Disease. My mind's a blank.
Now, you see, now don't boo her because you see she's young and healthy. She has never been to a specialist. She has never paid those enormous bills.
Oh.
Ow! Ow! All right. You need 5 diseases here, Debbie, to achieve a tie. An unlikely possibility because these people, too, are healthy, as you are. And we ain't got no diseases here, have we, Richard?
No, I don't want to say he's a quack, but he has a big bill.
A big bill. Now, you got to match everybody else, Debbie, to stay in the game. What do you say?
You told me you had a little rash you were worried about.
No,
No, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Of course, when you're a healthy person,
You forgot
never
to change
say
your glasses.
Oh, yeah. Bill. That means Bill wins the game. What do the rest of you have? Hold them up there. Bill, House, over there. Okay. Congratulations, Bill. Come on down here. On the little blue spot there, if you would, please. Now, Debbie's not leaving here in an unhappy state because she has $3,300. Debbie Sorensen. Thank you, my dear. Goodbye. Now, there it is. All for you, and that's all for you, too. This big Supermatch board and the big star wheel. Now, let's get right to it, Jill. We polled the studio audience not too long ago, and we said, you write down your best answer to this. Blank on my mind. If you match the answer they wrote down most frequently, you get $500. If you match their second most popular answer, you get $250. And then for matching the third, you get $100. And 3 of the 6 ding-a-lings will help you.
Fannie.
Georgia. Georgia.
Georgia on my mind, a wonderful old song.
Brett.
Yes?
You're on my mind.
You're on my mind.
Yeah.
Good reading, Brett. Wasn't that a good reading, director?
Patty.
Patty Duke asked, what do you
I'm
say?
really torn between Gentle, which is a song, right? Gentle on my mind?
Gentle on my mind is a
That's
song.
nice.
Correct.
Or a
You-
lot on my mind. Gentle.
Gentle on my mind. So you got some songs here. You're on my mind is one, and Gentle on my mind, and Georgia on my mind. Now you have to choose one of those, or give us one of your own.
Gentle was what I thought of, so I'm going to go with that.
You thought of that first? Okay.
Gentle.
Yeah.
Georgia.
No.
Oh, hush.
Gentle on my mind was a big hit more recently than Georgia. It's an older song. We'll find out. We'll go down to the bottom, and we will reveal the $100 response. You're on my mind was Brett's answer. All right, we're looking for Gentle on my mind. May we see the next one, please? Georgia. What do you think's going to be on top? Gentle? No? What? Oh, Carolina. No.
Carolina.
Now, hold on just a minute. Carolina on my mind is not a song, dummies.
It's a state.
It goes. Oh, are you from Carolina? Listen, that is not the way we play the game.
That's a cheap
Gene?
way to get
What?
the
How about South Dakota on
South
my
Dakota, that's his home state, yes.
Maine on my mind.
Indian reservation on my mind.
Reservations on my mind.
Right.
All right, let's
can't
see the big
stand
one,
the suspense.
please. Oh, you got it. Very good. Nice work, Patty. Now you pick up another $500 here. And you're going to be playing for some real big money, Jill, but right now we're going to do a little business with America. Well done.
Today's consolation prizes are first from Coty, a gift collection of assuming fragrances. Assuming the essence of inner beauty by Coty. And Town and Country tableware by Washington Ford. Beautiful Fleetwood handles and mirror bright stainless steel dishwasher safe from Washington Ford. And a wall clock and a supply of golden grain macaroni and cheddar dinners made with enriched elbow macaroni, premier cheddar cheese, and other natural flavors. Golden Grain Macaroni Company. An Orange Crush, a smooth, fresh, lightly carbonated soft drink. Crush, the taste that's all its own. More fun's a poppin' now with our star, Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Johnny O. Here we go now. This little lady has won $500. That means she's going to be playing for 10 times that amount, or $5,000. That's the least she could be playing for. Howsomever, Jill, if you step back here and give that wheel a good spin, you could be playing for 2 times that amount, or $10,000. It must make one complete revolution. The wheel will determine which star you'll be playing with and whether it's double or whether it's $5,000. All right, have a go at it. Give it a good hard one now. There we go. Let's see. The light is automatically electronically connected so that it'll be a little more. Oh, all right. You're going to be playing with Charles Nelson Reilly for $5,000.
Oh, it's not
and good
a
luck
double.
to you. Here it is. Charles, you ready, sir?
Yo!
All right. Blank rights. R-I-G-H-T-S. Blank rights.
Rights, right? R-I-G-H-T-S?
That's what I said. R-I-G-H-T-S. Did you hear me say that? Yes, that's what I said. Did you hear me say it? Okay. Charles thinks hard because he wants you to win the money. All right, Jill, give us the answer that matches his, and we give you $5,000. It's as simple as that. Good luck to you. Blank rights.
Bill of Rights.
Bill of Rights. Okay.
I told you.
Well, you
Charles?
see, with all the women's thing today, and she's a lovely young woman, and all the women, I thought of Bill, you know, William.
Bill of Now, you got $5,600. Congratulations, Jill Curligan. Let's bring on your new competitor now. Here comes Sylvia McGinnis. Let's welcome her. Yay, Sylvia! Hello there. Okay, there you go. Sylvia, Jill is a very happy lady because she has $5,600 to her credit now. We welcome you and ask you to tell us a little bit about yourself before we start the game.
All right, my name is Sylvia, and I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I'll be departing as of the end of this month to go back there. I'm going to try to break into broadcasting.
Really? Mm-hmm. In Nova Scotia?
No, probably in Toronto. Probably in Toronto.
In Toronto.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Nova
going to start
Scotia is
there.
a beautiful place, isn't it? Does
It
this
is.
show go there?
It does. Uh-huh.
You see this show, Nova Scotia?
I used
Hello,
to-
Nova Scotia, wherever you are.
I used to see it as a little girl.
What? Don't say that. We feel bad.
I mean, when I
Don't
was
say
young.
that.
when
Some
I
of
was
us have been
younger-
on it since the beginning. You mustn't say that, Sylvia. We get heart failure when you say that.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, Sylvia. You can make up for it later if you wish. Okay. Now, listen, we welcome you and wish you the best of luck and ask you to make a selection here of A or B.
I'll take A.
A it is for Sylvia McGinnis from Nova Scotia. Tom said, my friend Rick has a terrible inferiority complex. Maybe it's because his blank always forgets his name.
What was the voice?
Tom said,
Yeah.
my friend Rick has a terrible inferiority complex. Maybe it's because his blank always forgets his name.
Do you know where Wolfville, Nova Scotia is, Sylvia?
Yes.
My mother went there to school. She went to Acadia Ladies Seminary.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
You can't hardly get them no more.
No. What town in Nova Scotia?
Halifax.
Halifax, all right. Jill is ready. Here we go. Tom said, my friend Rick has a terrible inferiority complex. Maybe it's because his blank always forgets his name.
His brain. I'm sorry.
Maybe it's because his brain always forgets his name. Do you have cold winters in Nova Scotia?
Yes.
Yes. Everything freezes up
Yes.
and takes a long time to thaw out. All right, Richard.
I thought wife was a pretty good answer.
Wife is one possibility. Any family member would be a good response. What do you say?
And my Uncle Jim went to McGill, and my
Yeah,
Aunt
I don't want to
Jean
hear
went
more
to
about
the
it.
University of New Brunswick, And I'm sorry I said wife.
So we have 2 wives so far.
I was
Charles?
going to say brain, and I was going to say toothpaste.
Yeah.
But I said
Wife. Isn't it funny? My answer hadn't come up yet.
Here it comes.
Maybe it's because his blank always forgets his name. What'd you say?
I do it all the time.
Mother, that's what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's normal. I have 5 boys, and I'm always asking each one
Yeah.
to tell me the
Hey,
other one's
you.
name. What's that one's name?
Hey, you, yes. Sylvia, does that make sense to you? He has an inferiority complex because his mother keeps forgetting his name. Do you understand how to play the game now,
Yes.
my dear? Thank you.
You leave her alone.
I'm not on it. I'm not doing anything for her. I'm trying to help
Shall
her.
I go out and
Ruin.
come back in again?
No, too late for that. What do you got
My
for
Uncle
her?
Rain on his face had the same problem. His mother.
His mother always forgot his name there. Okay.
Sure.
But I'm not going to say anything unkind to her because she's very cute.
She is cute.
Not bright, but cute. No. She's bright, too, I'm sure.
Yes, of course. Fannie, my dear.
How would I know whether she's bright or not?
I said mother.
Mother it is.
Yeah.
So that's what we had most of, Sylvia. And now we've got to stop right now and do a little business with America, so hurry right back. I'm Gene Rayburn, inviting you to join us next time here at Match Game 78. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olson speaking for Match Game 78, a Mark Goodson, Bill Trotman production. This program was edited for broadcast.